Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. I am Lisa Warner, and I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing, which I wrote after I healed myself completely naturally and organically from cancer without using the medical model. And I teach my clients how to do the same thing. Our bodies are not meant to live with disease forever. Our bodies are meant to actually not live with disease at all. Our bodies are meant to simply move through and rebalance themselves. So today, I wanted to talk about the artificial matrix versus the organic matrix. Now, these may be terms that you've never even heard of, but once I point out what these things are, you're going to start to see from a different perspective. And you're going to start to see things through a different lens, let's say. So what am I talking about? So the universe, nature, is completely 100% organic, meaning it is living life force energy. Everything on this planet is alive. Crystals grow. Plants, animals, humans, all filled with natural life force energy. The soils are alive, filled with microorganisms, good ones, beautiful, amazing microorganisms. We cannot live without microorganisms, believe it or not. And those microorganisms are actually all here to serve us. But that's a story for another day. So today, let's talk about the organic matrix. Now, a matrix is not about a movie. It is about, a matrix is something that other things grow inside. It's a growing medium, like crystals grow in a matrix of rocks. So our society is a matrix. It's something within which we all grow. However, our society today is not particularly organic. And what do I mean by that? I mean, it is filled with artificial constructs, artificial rules, artificial laws. Look at all of the artificial things that are in our world today. We have artificial foods, stuff that is processed in factories that has never seen the light of day, that has never been filled with any life force energies, foods that have not been grown, but foods that have been created. So we have artificial foods, we have artificial intelligence. Look at the push for artificial intelligence, robots, AI online, all of these artificial things that are seemingly touted as being super intelligent, but they don't have any living life force energy. They're just machines. And they're touted as being smarter than humans. You know, they want humans to become super intelligent. Well, simply if we clear out the programming that has dumbed us all down, we become the intelligence of the universe. We become wise. There's a great difference between wisdom and intelligence. Society thinks that people who are smart, who can give back get good grades on tests, or can perform well on IQ tests, that those are the intelligent ones. But do they actually have wisdom? Are they connected to their soul's wisdom? We have artificial medicines, pills and shots that are created in laboratories out of synthetic materials. Whereas nature provides organic living medicine. Meaning, if you get poison ivy, there's a plant that grows right next to the poison ivy that is actually the antidote for the poison ivy. Nature always provides the antidote. But we have been so disconnected from nature that we think that pills are the antidote. So when it comes to our health, the organic design of our bodies is for them to heal themselves. This is completely clear when we look at, pardon me, I will just get the light off my face. When we look at the design of the universe, the way that Creator created our bodies, self-healing is built right in. And we can see that. We have evidence of that because every time we get a cut, a scrape, a burn, a blister, a break, they always heal. You don't have to do anything other than provide the proper environment. You need to be able to support the body. If you break your leg, but just keep walking on your leg without taking the time to reset it and stabilize it, it's not going to heal properly. But the body will heal it. So our bodies are designed to heal themselves. It's the organic, natural design. The artificial design tells us that our bodies don't heal themselves and that we need doctors and pills to do that for us. The artificial matrix, the matrix of false ideas, tells us that our bodies wear out, that our body parts wear out, that if we have arthritis in our knees, well, get a new knee. The artificial one's going to be far better than the original one. But yet, we're not told that our bodies can actually just heal that. We're not stuck with arthritis. It's not a life sentence. But according to the medical model, it is. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at two separate matrices. We have the universal, organic, life-giving matrix that is the blueprint of the universe. We have this beautiful environment on this planet Earth. Look at this beautiful Earth that gives us everything we need. Grows all the food that we could possibly need to eat. Provides all the materials for clothing and shelter. Gives us companionship with other humans and with animals. It gives us diversity. It gives us all the water we need. Everything that we need to live happy, healthy lives are given freely by nature. But yet, we live in this artificial construct, this society in which we have to have money in order to live, where supplies are hoarded and then sold, rather than simply honored and shared. If we all worked together with the beautiful earth that we have been granted to live on, if we lived in harmony with the earth and followed the natural cycles, we would have everything we need. The Native Americans, the Aboriginals, the tribes in the rainforest, They all knew how to live in total harmony with nature. They didn't go to 9-to-5 jobs. They didn't create pills in laboratories to heal. They simply took all of the natural medicines that nature had and used them. The Native Americans were nomadic. Why? Because they followed the weather, they followed the seasons. They would move with the seasons because they were in harmony with the earth. Now, we don't really have that connection to the earth. We set an alarm clock to get up at a certain time, and we go to school and go to work, and we have to do all these things during the daylight times. And then later on, when it gets dark out, then you're free. This is not normal. It's not our natural rhythm. We are out of cycle with life, with the universe. This is the artificial matrix. And when we are living on artificial foods, on artificial timelines, on artificial rhythms, on forced rhythms, day, night, seasonal, artificial laws as opposed to universal laws. Universal law, when we follow universal law, we just live in harmony with the entire universe. Man-made laws, you have to do this, you can't do that, never do this, we're going to punish you for doing that. Those are artificial constructs. Most of them are just designed as for punishment. When we are living in this artificial matrix rather than the organic matrix, our health suffers greatly. Why? Because the artificial matrix has us living out of sync with the universe. It forces us into rhythms that are not natural. We're not meant to sit at a desk from 9 to 5 or 8 to 12, however many hours a day, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 hours a day. It's not normal, it's not natural. We're not meant to wake up with an alarm clock. We're not meant to eat food out of boxes that has never even grown from the ground. We are not meant to have artificial limbs. We're meant to heal our own. We don't need artificial intelligence when we have the connection to universal knowledge. You can't beat universal wisdom. You can't be smarter than the creator. This is all part of the artificial matrix. And when it comes to our bodies, if we are tuned into the artificial matrix and we are relying on shots and pills and other people to heal our bodies, we are not in alignment with the natural, living, organic matrix of self-healing. And we suffer greatly when we are reliant on an artificial matrix. So what do we do about this? We look at our society today and we see all of the things that are being forced on people, forced isolation, forced injections, forced pills, forced imprisonment. How do we get around that? Well, we rise above that. And we start to take our power back. And we start to see the difference between the artificial matrix and the organic life-giving matrix. The artificial matrix is designed to steal our life force energy. It is designed to literally wean the life force energy, pull the life force energy right out of us. And what happens when our life force energy is depleted? It can only be depleted so far. There's only so much air that can come out of a balloon. It's an inevitable ending when all of the air is sucked out of the balloon, when all of the life force energy is drained from our bodies. There's only one outcome from that. The organic living life force energy is an infinite supply of healing, of creativity, of excitement and enthusiasm, of love, of well-being. When we are tuned in and tapped in and turned on by that universal organic matrix, we can go and go and go and go and go. We can live and live and live and live and live some more. The artificial matrix points us toward death. It's an inevitability when we are living tapped in and plugged into the artificial matrix, because that's the design. It's designed for our demise. It is designed for our struggle. It is designed for our death. It is literally designed to suck the life force energy out of us. So when you go to the grocery store, are you buying things that are giving life? Or are you buying things that are actually have no life in them whatsoever and are actually depleting your life force energy? When you go to the doctor, does it feel amazing? Or does it feel heavy and dense? When you're going to work, does it feel fabulous? Or does it feel like an obligation and a chore? How you feel is important because it tells you whether you are plugged into the artificial life draining matrix or whether you're plugged in to source, to the organic life-giving matrix of all things. When you're watching the news, you're watching the artificial matrix. When you go outside and you sit in nature, you're plugging in to the organic, life-giving matrix. It's why you feel good when you get out in nature, because you start plugging in, you start tuning in inside. You start feeling the subtle energies of life force that are in nature. The artificial matrix is the gross energies, like the stuff that's in your face. That stuff is the stuff that we're tuned into because it yells the loudest and we're constantly pointed, look, look, look. But you know what? We don't have to keep looking. We don't have to keep focusing on the artificial matrix. We don't have to allow the artificial matrix to rule our lives. We don't have to buy in to that. We can actually invest in ourselves by tuning in to that which is life-giving. organic, natural. And when we start tuning into that which is natural, we start finding the true medicine, which has nothing to do with shots and pills. We start tuning in to the healing that is natural. We start tuning in to the love, to the creativity, to the flow of life force energy that's exciting, that's fun, that's filled with joy and pleasure, self-expression at its finest. This is what life is about. You came here to be able to express yourself, not to follow everybody else's rules and regulations. You didn't come here to empower the artificial matrix. You came here to restore the organic one. So as you go forward, I invite you to start noticing the matrices, noticing the difference between that which is organic, natural, life-giving, empowering, and that which is artificial, which is forced, which is life depleting. We each get to choose where we tune in. And when we start tuning in to the organic, life-giving matrix, we start to realize that we can live in peace, in harmony, in well-being, prosperity, creativity, pleasure. And that when we do that for ourselves, we empower the others around us to do that for themselves as well. When we start tuning in, inside, and tuning into source, tuning into the all that is, through nature, the artificial matrix will simply start falling away. When we stop tuning into it, when we stop engaging with it, when we stop empowering it, then we suck the life force energy out of the artificial matrix rather than it sucking the life force energy out of us. Then that balloon goes away and we're left as humanity living in peace and harmony and well-being, caring and sharing, honoring and respecting Mother Earth and the natural cycles of the universe, the day-night cycles, the seasonal cycles. We get back in rhythm with our own bodies, in rhythm with the universe. And when we're living in rhythm, we can live in rhythm for a really, really, really long, happy time here on this planet. Isn't it time? I think so. And I hope you do too. So for this week, until next time, start to notice, what matrix are you paying attention to? Paying your attention to? Are you empowering the artificial matrix, or are you actually empowering yourself by tuning in to the nature of you? I hope this was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, give me a like. If you're on YouTube watching this, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hit that 100 mark. I'm really, really close. So anyway, thank you so much for listening this week. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. And if you are looking to start tuning back into the organic matrix of life force energy in which you are in command of your own life, and you get to heal your own body, and you get to start managing the matrix that you live in, creating a beautiful, happy, healthy life, please reach out to me at connectingyou2you.com. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next week for another episode of Lunch with Lisa. Thanks so much. Bye for now.